election headquarters.
Where did Dr. Brand come up with 500 square feet as opposed to 200, as opposed to 36 square feet with 6-foot distancing? These are all arbitrary. It's all capricious. It changes from community to community. And Brand and Newsom, they're just drunk with power, along with Arias and others, and they love having their boot on people's necks. Well, we're trying to remove the boot.
Councilman Gary Bredefeld lashing out at the mayor and the city for fining the Waffle Shop owner on Friday. Bredefeld actually going as far as dining in over at the Waffle Shop in Northwest Fresno. Let's welcome back our panel now for round two. Fresno County Supervisor Steve Brandow and Fresno City Council President Miguel Arias. And Mr. Arias, I'll start with you on this one. You heard from Bredefeld, your colleague. He says you're drunk with power.
Yeah, you know, the council member says a lot of funny things lately. In the last few months, we've seen him play an economist, a doctor. Now he's trying to play a mayor, and none of which have been helpful during this pandemic. I can tell you that the vast majority of the council and the mayor have been working every day to get us through this pandemic, reopening our business and providing direct relief to businesses and residents, some of which you'll see next week in a significant way. And during that whole time, the councilmember Bredefeld has been free to act and to say whatever he wants. It's a freedom of right, but we're going to focus and not be distracted by any of it.
Does Supervisor Brandow, I'm going to ask you this because even though Gary is using his megaphone as a council member here, does he have a point? Should some of these restaurants, like the Waffle Shop, who was fined numerous times now, should they allow to open up if they're doing the social distancing guidelines like the other stores?
Well, we see that there's a lot of pressure. You know, eating out is one thing that Miguel and I both do a lot of, okay? So we want to both get these restaurants open as early as possible. Some restaurants are willing to take the risk and open up to their citizens. There's still a responsibility to do social distancing inside the restaurant, and there's a responsibility for those who come in the restaurant. This particular Waffle Shop might be opening a week early. To me, I don't see that it's the biggest deal on the planet. Quite frankly, if I'd have been available today, I might have eaten there myself, and I might go there tomorrow. I want to support our local businesses, Alexon, as they come online. The first day that churches open up, you're going to see Steve Brandow in church. Yes, it's not going to be perfect, and yes, it's going to be a little bit messy. But the public is now in charge of a lot of this conversation, and they're saying it's time to move forward, and we need to move forward.
Well, I want to get to the Freedom Rally here because there was obviously a big rally on the front lawn of City Hall earlier in the week where there's hundreds of folks that gathered. Social distancing was not happening. And Supervisor, you were there with Councilman Bredefeld as well. Some masks, no mask. Even though this is a right and freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and to demonstrate, is this problematic?
You know, there were people there with masks, people there without masks. I didn't wear a mask. I walked over with Supervisor Magzig. We spoke for about 2 minutes each. We were very direct in the things that we had to say. We didn't bash the city of Fresno, but we wanted to let people know that we understand the pain that they're going through. And I didn't have a mask with me. I don't have a mask. So I didn't wear a mask. I feel comfortable. I feel good. It was not a problem for me.
Council member, what is your take on the Freedom Rally and even some of these other shops that could possibly reopen that can do social distancing? We see Walmart and the big box stores. You know, there's no social distancing inside. There's not one customer per 500 square feet. We know that's not happening.
You know, Alexon, I always support folks' right to protest. A couple years ago, we had the Women's March that had thousands of residents in Fresno. Before that, we had the Immigrant March that had 20,000 participants. The Freedom Rally was good for them, but our focus as a city is to reopen businesses as cautiously and as measured as we possibly can. That's why we're beginning the first wave on Monday, and we've done so through some thoughtful deliberations with the county, the public health officers, the city, and even our mayor-elect Jerry Dyer, who supports the reopening plan in this phased-in approach.
Well, Miguel, what's going to happen? Excuse me, Alexon. Miguel, what's going to happen on Monday when you have dozens of violations of these extra restrictions that you put in place? For instance, you and I both know not everybody's going to wear a mask. Heck, Steve Brandow's not going to wear a mask. So what are you going to do?
You mean like this one here?
Yeah, there you go. So, you know, you're going to face a lot of problems, and this all comes from your desire to control the population. I'm telling you,
I think, Steve, where you're wrong is we're not looking for perfection. We're only going to enforce where the violations is egregious and they haven't been doing what's been asked for them. That's why we are first training the businesses, giving them the right information, making sure that they have the right support from our local chambers. And if we have complaints, we will go back, warn them, walk them through it before we even get to a citation. In this whole pandemic, we have thousands of businesses, and we've only had to cite 17.
But here's let me get this though. Let me get you always. That's about close to $40,000 is where the city is reaching in fines. But we heard from Mayor Beltran of Parlier. They opened up all their businesses. She says they're all essential. That includes restaurants, hair salons, barber shops. When you look at this, and I'll start with you, Supervisor. Is this something you want to see in Parlier, even though the supervisors haven't given their blessing on this?
Yeah, so, and I really agree with a lot of what Mayor Beltran is saying. I also believe that everybody is essential. Every business is essential. Every employee is essential. So I understand that. Right now, by her taking the city of Parlier a little bit in front of what the governor is allowing, she has to face any risks or consequences. And the county of Fresno's made that clear to her. But if they're going to proceed forward, we are not going to go out there and become the strong hand of enforcement to shut her down. This is happening all across the country, Alexon. It's happening all across the Central Valley. It's probably going to continue. Kalinga is also doing something very similar.
Council member, I got 10 seconds. I'll give you the final word. Restaurants to open next week. Yes or no?
I just point out, Alexon, that the action by Parlier, Clovis, Kalinga, and Fresno is just confirmation that we cannot wait for the federal government, the state, and the county to save us. We are all trying to do the best that we can, and we need the county to hurry up and get to that phase 2 plan so that we can reopen up more businesses, including restaurants.
But will restaurants open up next week in the city of Fresno? Yes or no?
In order for that to happen, the county of Fresno must submit their plan, and they must meet the metrics according to the governor's guidance. That's been very clear. The ball is now in the court of the county of Fresno.
Steve, is that true?
Yeah, there is some truth to that, and we're glad to take the ball because at some point we can't let 5-year-olds play with firecrackers. So we'll be glad to take the ball. We just got the parameters yesterday, Alexon. We're working overtime. You're going to see a lot of positive things happen next week.
Guys, I got to cut it there. Thank you so much. It's always electrifying when I have both of you on, so I appreciate the time.
Hey,
and
before you go, Steve, here's a picture of you golfing this weekend. You got to work up the attire, man.
Guys, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. And tell your moms Happy Mother's Day for me.
Same to you, Alexon. Same to you, Steve.
Have a good one, Miguel.
Bye-bye.
Coming up, California becoming the first in the nation to have all of its voters to receive a mail-in ballot. How this is going to impact the general election in November.